So captions are very beneficial for students who use English as a second language. Often ESL students will say, I understand pretty well when I'm listening, but I get it better if I can read it at the same time. Students with learning disabilities often will say, I understand it, again, fairly well if I'm hearing it, but being able to read it and hear it means that I'm getting more of the information. Sometimes there's students who don't have a disability, but who also benefit, especially if it's a particularly difficult course. So for example, there's one professor who captions her videotapes on biology, various biological subjects. She's talking about cell mitosis, for instance. Mitosis versus meiosis. And she said, well, we had a deaf student in the class, and I did all this work to get a caption, do I have to do all this work to get a caption for this one student? But the films are fast-paced, the language is very complex, and for students being able to see terms like mitosis and see what that means in text as well as in the visuals makes it clearer. Mitosis and meiosis are very similar in terms of pronunciation, so it's easy to confuse the two. And if you have a large audience in a lecture hall, often people in the back of the room aren't picking up some of those nuances. And especially nowadays with technology, you're going into the classroom, somebody's texting next to you, somebody else is typing on the other side, someone else is talking to their neighbor. There's a lot of ambient noise in that environment, and it becomes that much more difficult to hear what the lecturer is saying. Also, I've heard a lot of professors say, we have this fancy stereo speaker sound system, it's state-of-the-art, great quality of sound. 2 years ago at commencement, we had this new sound system, and they were saying, oh, everything is going to be so clear, we won't need captioning, everybody in the world will be able to hear this. And people came up to me after commencement and said, I'm so glad you had captions. I was sitting in the back, we couldn't hear a word back there. There were fans running, there was a baby crying behind us, we couldn't hear anything. So